Is it a good idea to install your solar panels broken, or you want to throw them away, or you want to find a way to cover the broken glass, or you want to use another glass altogether to cover it? In today's video, we're going to find out exactly what I had to do. Now, the client I'm installing the solar panels for, they were planning to get solar panels, and the person said that he has some broken panels in the office which he was told that will work, but it's not a good idea to install it with the good ones that they already installed in his office. I told him, well, we can give it a shot. At least me, I've used a broken panel before, so there's no harm in trying. We went ahead, and there are 6 units of 660 some watts a piece. So that's to tell you how big they are. I think this might be the biggest solar panel in the market, but at least these are the biggest ones I have had to install. So the first thing I did, I just wanted to be sure, because when you're entering into a new territory that you've already entered before, it's good to just do some 1 or 2 tests. So that's me testing the solar panels, and of course you can see the voltage and the current from the kilometer. I'm getting 12 point something volts, and of course from the kilometer we're getting 4.8 or something amps. Now off camera we're able to capture about 7 amps, over 7 amps coming from one of the solar panels. That was the highest we got. Not like I did a lot of extensive tests. Maybe I could have gotten up to 10 maybe from one of them, but I just wanted to have an idea of what the solar panel is generating. So you can see the panel, the face is broken, like the glass is broken. There you have it. Now from the 6 units of solar panels that we got, one of them is so bad that there's no way we are risking taking it up. It's just going to be a waste of time. So those are my guys installing the solar panels up there. So you can see they have 3 units right there and still 2 to go. Now what I noticed is that when carrying the solar panels up, at the end of the day, 2 of them, they caved in because of the weight of the middle. Now when the glass is broken, nothing to support it at the middle, it caved in. So that was one of the things that happened. And of course the solar panels are so big, like this one is at least 7 feet. The person that is standing close to the solar panel is just about 6 feet, and you can see that there's still over 1 foot above his head. So that's to tell you how large these solar panels are. Now you can also see the rope that is attached to the solar panels. These ropes, they are meant to use it to lift it up. It's just convenient that way to lift it up that way. Then of course you can see the wattage of the solar panels behind it as well. So that's how big the solar panels are. A lot of people, before they install solar panels like this, broken solar panels, they actually go ahead to use a thin film of epoxy, silicone, or some chemicals to cover it. But the way this one is, it is not likely, because once they go up, like the one I said caved in now, whatever I used to cover it, at the end of the day will look like there's a crack in it. I actually thought that once we install them, we can go up and just roll these chemicals over the panels at least once or twice. That way we extend the life of the panels. That wasn't possible, because any pressure you are putting on the solar panel will make it cave in, and it will further make it worse than it actually is. So that was a no-no. This is inside the house. We're installing a 5 kWh lithium iron phosphate system, and the inverter is a 3.5 kVA. The charge controller is 60 amps charge controller. The plan was for us to use about 8 solar panels, 300 watts initially, until they now said they had these solar panels. So I said, well, let's give it a shot. Presently, they are enjoying it in terms of the amps that they're getting. This charge controller, if not at the panels, I don't think they're giving their full capacity. I'm sure they're supposed to give just over 60 amps when the sun is really high. But the way this charge controller is, I need to be corrected if you've had a different experience in the comment section below. They work in a way that even if you exceed their capacity, because it is programmable, you can program the current. It will work within the current that is programmed in the charge controller. So in this case now, it came programmed at 60 amps. What that means is that even if the panels go beyond, it will just maintain that 60 amps. I've said it in one of my videos before, but I've not demonstrated it. So I just bought a charge controller, which I'll be talking about. So I'm going to be testing this thing so that you see it yourself. So what that means is that even if the charging current goes beyond 60, the charge controller will just make sure that it's using 60 amps, and the remaining ones will kind of deal with it. So that's how this charge controller works, at least allegedly or supposedly. We're going to find out in future videos. That means you don't need to worry about the panels killing or affecting the charge controller. So that's one thing about this charge controller. I like this charge controller because of some of the qualities that it has. Their plan is to be pumping water with it, which we experimented, but I could not capture it on camera. So the pumping machine was using up about 1.5 kilowatts. So maybe next time I will put it on camera and we'll see how it goes. The reason why I'm saying that is, if you want to be pumping your water, unless of course you have one of these giant pumps, but if you have this 1 horsepower, 1.5 horsepower pumping machine, I want to believe that this setup during the day will be able to pump if you live in a place where the grid power is not so good. It's something to consider. So they pump their water with this system. They do practically everything except ACs. I don't recommend people putting their ACs on this system. Their grid power is not so good. I didn't recommend them putting it at all. In future, I'll be talking about how to check the load you need to put on your system so that you will not overload your system. But let me know in the comment section below. Will you install broken panels, or you will just throw them away outrightly? So for me, from experience, I think it's worth it for them to use broken panels. And of course, you can see the amps that we're getting here. We're getting 22 amps here. For some reason, it just remained constant throughout. I don't know why. The sun is not really up. So they've actually told me that they've seen 50 some amps. And I want to believe that that's because the panels are not operating to full capacity. If not, it would have been seeing that 60 amps on the dot. And if possible, over. But they will not be able to see because the controller will not allow more than 60 amps to go through it. So that's how the charge controller is designed. Let me know in the comment section below what will you do, because I've actually installed a broken panel before, like I said, and no problems. It's been working fine. And one of the things I did, I also made sure I installed it. I've done a video on that, so I'll leave the link in the description and maybe in the end screen as well. When you are using broken panels, wherever it's possible, make sure the panels are connected in parallel. That way, if anything happens to anyone, it's not going to affect the total output of the solar panels. I've told the man that has this setup that the moment you start getting about half of what you are getting now from the solar panels, it's time to come and change them to new ones. But he has time to save up on it. I think he's going to use this system for about a year or even more. So when that time comes, I'm still going to let you guys know so that we'll be learning how to manage what we have. If you are thinking of using glass to cover the panels, well, that was what my client was considering before. It's something you want to not attempt at all. Now, when glasses are broken, especially from your roof, and they start falling down, it's not going to be a good story if somebody is down there. The glass that is used to make your solar panels, they are the kind of glass that when they are falling down, they're falling down like sand particles, just slightly bigger than sand particles. So that way, it cannot really cause any harm. So, but if you're using the normal glass we know for your windows and everything, the splinters and everything, it's not going to be good for it to fall on someone's head. I hope it's not something you're going to attempt in future. It's going to be dangerous, unless of course you're installing it on a floor or something, on a very low platform where nobody's going to tamper with anything. So that's the only way you can do that.